Low Scotters Wrongs again. Little episode, quick update really on the GEC and the admin building at the GEC and that kind of high street, as you can see in the photo in front of us. This is, oh god, was this the 40s? I believe. Now, we're just looking at basically the changes in the then and now, because that's always interesting. And I did manage to walk down there a few days ago and get some photos and a little update on the what's happening with this area generally. And like obviously that building you can see in the middle, the main frontage here, that is listed grade 2 listed buildings. That's still there, and it's looks like they've got a couple of plans for it coming up. Actually, there's some planning permission requests on the lamppost outside, but we're just going to check what's changed since. And the major change, going back to the theory of pulling potential energy out of the atmosphere, is the spire aerial, whatever you like to call it. The size of that has changed pretty largely. There's the shower bangs outside from the other one. Do I have the update from now? So there's now, yeah. And obviously the spire much smaller. I don't think that's a case of where the camera is placed. That's straight up about a third of the size it used to be. I don't know if it fell, got hit by lightning and broke, or who knows. But there you go. You can see also the change in just, the window or something black going on there. Everything's changed very slightly. Obviously now none of these are there at all, which you'll see as well. But what I'm going to be focusing on mostly is lampposts, actually. So you got this lamppost just here with the two hanging kind of lamps there. Something going on at the top. Now this is weird actually, because this is still there and you can see it and it's green. So if that helps you even try and piece together what colour everything is in this photo, I think our minds are really quite good at tricking us into glorifying how beautiful this might have looked, as opposed to probably how dingy and dirty and smoky and kind of there it probably looked. But what's really weird is actually imagining that guy right here in the coat. Yeah, he was stood there in, what, 80 years ago maybe? Find that pretty cool. What was his day consisting of? But as you can see, yeah, all those buildings are gone. This looks like these trailers have been parked there for a long time. This is derelict, rubbish land, which, you know, I guess there's plans coming up for it. You can see all the materials kind of here, but they've just been dumped as well. So I don't know if anything's happening. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess. But this lamppost is still there, which is really cool, I thought. This one here is still here. So the lamp's obviously gone. And there's just another interesting thing. The trees also. So that's a lamppost between two trees. This is a lamppost between a tree, between that tree. So this is where the fence starts to come in now. But all of these buildings are gone, which is a shame. Yeah, obviously all the red brick kind of factories and old stuff's gone now. They're clearing the last of it out as far as Digbuff goes. That's the next to go. So there you go. A little bit of where we are. I mean, that lamppost isn't there anymore. All this is completely gone. So generally, yeah, we're looking at that. So go and have a look at that in real life. It's really cool, interesting. Another interesting thing is this parking sign, which has been swallowed by a tree, which I find pretty cool. This is a nice light-hearted video. I'm not pulling apart anything here. I'm just giving you an update on what I've been doing and seeing. So here's a little video of my visit. Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's some people in there at the moment. There is a company in there. It looks like it's kind of, they've got materials and like fabrics and all that kind of stuff. I'm not too sure. So like one person working away in there. But there's the lamppost. And here is, I guess this is pretty bloody old, as you can see, but the tree is completely grown around it. Now, how long does that take? Let's give it a big old tree hug for years and eternity, which is brilliant. I find that pretty sweet. Trapped history, nature taking it back. So, you know, trees can swallow things. Remember that. That I mean, if we let that continue, I imagine that lamppost would just be inside there for the rest of the time and no one will know. Who knows? But that's pretty cool. What else did I see? Oh yeah, I think I've just got a few nicer photos of the lamppost or whatever else. You can open it, which is cool. I was seeing what the gubbins were like inside. See if there was any GEC stuff going on, but unfortunately no. So there it is. It's not too intricate. There's not a lot of logos or anything going on. But quite a similar kind of pyramid impressed there, I think, like the front door of the admin building. But I'm not too sure if it is anything to do with GEC themselves. Considering they might have put their own lampposts up, considering they did electronics and had metal works on site as well. Not too sure. Yeah, there's the some cool pictures of the sign. Crazy. When did that creep so close? Really bizarre. Oh, can I get out? Can I get out? Alright. Again, slightly better view. I think it was green, kind of army green. Maybe this was updated during the war to make things look darker, who knows? Or was everything green all the time? The questions. Cool looking tree too. That looks like that got chopped. And it started growing again out of an old dead tree, doesn't it? Wow. Yeah, that got chopped right down. That's bizarre. There we go. A few more views of that. Plenty of lorries to be looking at. Is that all I got? That's not all I got, is it? Maybe it is. I haven't really got a plan for this video. I'm just telling you what I found, what I saw. Oh yeah, I got a little bit closer to the chimney as well, and there wasn't a lot of information around it actually, which was disappointing. Oh, there it is. Oh, actually, yeah, there's a little update here. Cool. Oh, yes, right. So first of all, here is the inside gubbins of the lamppost. Fortunately, they aren't. There's no GEC magnet logos to be seen on these fuses or anything like that. But really cool. The colours have survived and the main powers. It's all there. Hinges still there. The lock's gone. But I mean, yeah, really cool. It's got a nice action on it as well. Actually, really nice to open. No squeal. Just a panorama of the building as it is right now. Looks like they've tarted it up in Lanzarote Villa yellow. Looks like because as you can see on this poster there's some planning permission thing going on here from the council. It dates out in like March last year, so I don't know if it's but it's still paper and dry, so it's new. I don't know, is it some amazing paper that doesn't get wet? Or have they just put up an old poster, which no one can argue about? Maybe. But it looks like they just want to sort out the rendering that started to go all wrong, and all the old edging's being exposed now. Things have fallen apart a little bit. But it's doing generally good, Nick. I'm still impressed by the doors. They're awesome. Much bigger than I thought. These much smaller than I thought, actually. The lotus sleeves. Why didn't I look at that a bit more? Oh, might have to go back. Whoops. More wings. Right, and then, yeah, we had our serpent Cartesius at the top there. It's interesting, but yeah, it's just... I've obviously covered all of the ornate kind of stuff from back in the day is gone now, which is a shame. And it is hard to imagine the grandeur of it, but then to imagine that we did read that there was underground entrances and exits to this place, which ran to older factories than this building in particular. So what was there before? And it's like we're in a part of history now, like being 1920s, and obviously there is all the photos we might want or need, but they might be destroyed. There's been 2 wars since then. There's barely anyone alive who will remember. There won't be anyone alive who will remember the construction of this who could confirm that it was built in the 20s and maybe 1921, as we may have found out. So there's a lot of conjecture now, and I look at the shapes of builds that were thrown up. So if you look at the aerial on old maps, old Britain from above on the oldmaps.com or something, and you look at that and you can start seeing the shape of buildings being thrown up by Copley Hill and Salford Bridge, which is the GEC. And some of the really early ones from like 1885 look like, I think it was 1885, they look like a building like this is already there then. Maybe they threw the frontage on after, but yeah, I don't know, just still doesn't quite ring true for me, like the age of this place or its original use. I'm not too sure. So there you go, they're just going to be tarting it up. Just need the permission from everyone. There you go, go and read that if you want. Pretty cool that he actually did say that it was part of the GEC works. Enjoyed that. It's got penetrating damp problems. Oh. Right, the entrance door, which we couldn't find in any other photo. So this is cool and probably new to some of you, which is nice. But there you go. There's a mosaic right at the front entrance of the electromagnet logo, which I found. I had a weird feeling when I saw that, actually. I was like, oh. Almost starstruck by a floor. Sad. That's where lockdown's got me. There you go. So the old entrance doors. This doesn't look like they use these doors anymore for anything. It looks permanently locked, but no one can get in either. So there's not too much going on in there, but beautifully. It's just really nice doors, isn't it, really? There's front chained up. I did get closer to the chimney. These kind of bricked up arches on either side. I'm not sure what the original purpose of those were, but they're on, I think, just on opposing sides of this kind of, is it a hexagon? There you go, on the other side. It's almost a door size as well. Obviously, there was something mounted here after or before. But yeah, what's that shape all about? And this whole bottom bit looks thrown on afterwards. Yeah, all these as well, really cool. So yeah, here it kind of looks like this bottom bit is older than this bit. But it's got an old arch there. But then it looks really aged on the other side. It looks like completely the same age. So yeah, I can't get my head around this construction or why or what it is, what it was for. I'm sure people do know. I mean, it doesn't go anywhere now. That's it. It's just filled with sand by the looks of it. And caged off. But yeah, it's just a bit, I don't know. It's just on its own now. It's quite sad. There's nothing telling you what the hell it is. There's no signs. There's literally nothing. There's just someone having lunch. That's it. Right, is this... I don't know if this will be interesting. We'll play it anyway. Off. So yeah, that's kind of where it stands now. So no news for you, but just a little update on what I got up to. I think that's all the cool bits and bobs are spotted. Essentially, yeah, so there you go. A little update there. If you would like that photo, just ask and I'll send it over. If you know, picture of the door, the floor mosaic, anything like that. I don't know if that's common knowledge at the moment or if it's out there, but there you go. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed.